the new iPhone 16e for a couple weeks now. And although the battery life is amazing, there's one thing that annoys me every single day: the size. It's big. A while back, I made a video about the last good small iPhone, the iPhone SE 3, comparing it to the new 16e. And in the comments, a bunch of you said I was wrong, that the perfect mini phone is actually the iPhone 13 mini that was released in 2021. I was already thinking about switching, but I didn't want to take the plunge just yet. After all, I couldn't justify buying a new device even though the SE 3 was giving me a ton of issues. So I scoured the internet and I bought a refurbished iPhone 13 mini for about $250, and I've been using it every day for the past month. And I've gotta say, it might be my favorite phone Apple's ever made. Ever in the history of all Apple. So you guys were right. It's compact, it's fast, it runs all the same apps as the latest phones, and it actually feels fun to use. Not to mention, it fits in one hand, which comes surprisingly handy when you have a heavy toddler that you're always carrying around. I love it. But it's really unfortunate that this is gonna be the last small phone. But there's one thing that might make it totally unusable in today's world: the battery life. Now, of course, a tiny phone has a tiny battery, but considering it's also refurbished, well, that makes it even smaller. This iPhone 13 mini, when I got it, had a maximum battery capacity of 87%. And now we're at 84.
Why did it lose 3% in the entire time that I've used it?
So today, I'm taking you through a full day in the life with the refurbished iPhone 13 mini in 2025. We'll talk about how great it holds up, what's really good, what's kind of painful, and whether you can even use a tiny refurbished 4-year-old phone without making a ton of sacrifices. Real quick, I want to show you something I've been using lately that's changed how I work online. This is the new browser Opera One R2, loaded with powerful features like Aria, Opera's built-in AI tool. It's awesome because if I'm ever drowning in tabs and I don't want to open another one to ask a simple question, I just hit a simple shortcut and ask Aria directly. No extra tabs, no distractions. I can even open conversations in a full tab for deeper dives, which helps keep the workflow smooth. Speaking of tabs, Aria's got me covered. I can ask Aria to close inactive tabs, pin my tabs with streaming service, or group my YouTube tabs. My tabs are instantly organized into the super helpful tab island, which expand or collapse for a cleaner workspace. Another thing I love is split screen browsing. Just grab one tag downward and now I can view my two tabs side by side. This is perfect for researching videos, scripting, or comparing information without toggling windows. If you haven't tried Opera yet, check out the link below to give it a go. You'll thank me later. And thank you to Opera for sponsoring today's video. Lately, I've been waking up around 6:30 without the alarm clock from the phone because the toddler wakes up early and starts screaming. Then most of the morning, my phone usage is pretty low. I'm playing with the baby, getting her ready for school, and then off we go.
Okay, I just made it to the office. It is now 9:14 a.m. I'm at 69%, but I started the day at around 54 on my daily commute to drop off Allie at daycare and then drive to the office. I usually keep my phone plugged in to play music, so it went from 54 to 69%. I'm keeping it on low power mode, but I'll let you know how the day goes. Let's keep going.
So while we're here at the office, let me show you the box that the refurbished phone came in, because it was not the prettiest. When I first unboxed this thing, I absolutely love the size. A small form factor, the full screen instead of the 3/4 screen on the SE 3, and just about everything about it was perfect. However, the first day made me worried. The battery life went somewhere from 100% to maybe 15% by the end of the day, and I had barely done anything on it. Was this phone actually going to be usable, or did I just waste $250 for a paperweight? And after browsing the internet for tips and tricks on how to save battery, I found a bunch of solutions.
Turn off auto brightness, turn off haptics, turn off Bluetooth or Wi-Fi when not in use. You know what, while we're here, let's just close everything.
My phone just had too many background services running, and most of those services weren't doing me any favors. Now, because I work at a desk, I could always plug my phone in with a charger. Most people have access to chargers with them, especially with wireless power banks nowadays. Chargers are everywhere. And you know what else is crazy? The 13 mini has MagSafe. Unlike a certain new budget Apple phone that was just released on the 16 year. So it's about 11 a.m. and it's time to go out for lunch, which we don't usually do, but today is a special day. It's Taco Tuesday, and we like to live dangerously.
Taco Sabrositos.
Tacos were delicious. I've grabbed a few photos for you guys. So the iPhone 13 mini has two cameras, the normal 1x cam and the wide angle lens. So there's no telephoto. It only does 1x and 0.5x. So right now it is 11:43 a.m. and my battery life is 58%.
Real quick, want to get more day in the life videos like this? Members get bonus videos, behind the scenes updates, and more for about $5 a month. Click the join button if you're into that sort of stuff, and it helps the channel out a ton. Now back to the phone. This is where I ran into another problem by using an older phone. This also happened to me the other day where I couldn't gain access to the zoo because of the same issue. The screen brightness on the 13 mini just isn't as bright as the newer phones, so if you're scanning QR codes or barcodes, especially outside, it might take a while to scan properly. Reminds me of older tech when you use your hand like a visor to protect the phone from the sun's brightness. So while using maps outside, it's a bit difficult to see without getting your face real close or protecting your phone. The 13 mini has a maximum of 800 nits compared to the 16's 1000 nits. Not only that, but the 16 can reach 2000 in outdoor conditions. That's more than double the brightness of the 13 mini when you're using it outside.
I wanted to point out what an idiot I was about the iPhone 13 mini's brightness. See, I thought my phone didn't get bright at all because of the nits at only 800 instead of 2000. But what I didn't realize was that I was crippling my own phone's brightness by using reduced white point. So while I was trying to save battery, I was ruining something else. And now I can actually use my phone outside and scan barcodes and not be a super mega idiot trying to save battery life all the time.
So I was just an idiot, and 800 nits is completely functional, although not super duper bright. The second problem with the 13 mini, although it might not feel like a real problem, are the cameras. It's an older phone, so it has older cameras compared to the new models, but it takes pretty good photos. Here are some photos of these delicious tacos. The colors are phenomenal, but the lack of a telephoto lens can be annoying. Instead of just pressing 3x on the Pro phone, you have to walk closer to your subject or use the digital zoom, but that makes the photos look grainy. Another downside to the cameras is low light situations, like in the evening or not well lit rooms. The colors get messed up and you start seeing a bunch of noise in your photos. After tacos, I went back to work, sticking my phone on the side of the table where I could have charged it, but opted not to, when the phone rang. It was a phone call from my sister-in-law, and the speaker works great.
To let you know that we're dropping the tricycle, the water tape off. Say bye to Betty.
Bye. I don't get any loss in cell reception, and it functions just like a normal phone. The 13 is, after all, a real phone, and it comes with very few sacrifices. Apple is still supporting it with constant updates. I'm running the latest OS, the same one that the 16E has. It's likely that this phone still has 3 to 4 years of updates left in it, which is really nice to know. It calls, texts, FaceTimes. It does everything you need a smartphone to do, but with its smaller battery, now you have to think and be intentional about what you want to spend that battery life on. Whereas with newer phones with much bigger batteries, it feels unlimited. You can waste your time without even realizing it on mindless scrolling, pointless activities, whatever. But the 13 mini doesn't let you do that. It forces you to be more focused on your time and be purposeful with your phone habits. And honestly, I think that might be a good thing.
I actually enjoy the small battery life. I think it forces you to really be intentional with what you're even using your battery for. And lately, I've also been trying to navigate myself more without using maps. Like a small phone is sort of making me grow up and be more of an adult. I feel like I'm better off this way. It's sort of weird, but it's the truth.
So while waiting for the cat groomer to show up, Jake and I had to film a mid-roll integration. I pulled up the script on my phone using Notion and kept it on the entire time we filmed. While the battery life and the cameras aren't the best of the best, it actually has a ton of perks as well. The first is that I can sit down with my phone sticking in my front pocket without having to take it out because it's too bulky. And sometimes I forget about it altogether because it actually fits. The other is the weight of the phone. Unlike my old 14 Pro, the 13 mini mini is so lightweight that it doesn't bother me at all. And the performance is buttery smooth. Not once have I thought, wow, this phone is so slow. I really need an upgrade. It doesn't have 120 Hz Pro Motion, but that's okay. The filming session took a lot longer than expected, but we got it done.
We are done filming our mid-roll. I'm at 44%. I'm off to pick up Allie to daycare.
So in my day, I drive a lot, and all these drives back and forth give me a chance to plug in my phone, and there was even a phone charger at home too. From there, we go straight to the gym where I listen to Audible on my AirPods while doing cardio. On workout days, I have my phone on the entire time on Apple Notes, and the phone is awesome.
It is 8:22 p.m. and I am officially ending the day at 31%, and this is where I plug my phone in for the night. Usage today was very normal. I know it can get through the entire day without having to charge it. I did take some videos of Allie. I did do some text messaging. It was a very normal day. I don't watch videos and I don't go on social media. And I think the iPhone 13 mini is the perfect candidate for all those things that I use my phone for. It's amazing. So am I gonna keep it?
Yes, I will. It's an amazing size. I can slide it into my backpack side pocket or my pants pockets without worrying about it sticking out and losing it. And with all the changes I've made to it, it's absolutely amazing. Even in 2025, with its small battery and less bright screen, a refurbished iPhone mini for $250 would do everything that you want it to do. Maybe not unlimited gaming and scrolling. It's still getting updates too, which means I'm not missing out on new features or security patches. For what I use it for, honestly, and for what you probably use it for, it might even be too nice. Still, if Apple sold an iPhone 17 mini Pro for $800, I think most people would buy it. I know I'm not the only one. So if you're interested in learning more about phones, then click on the 16E review right here. Bye.